Hi everyone, and welcome to the next lesson in this series on AWS fundamentals. So today we're going to be looking at the security tools of IAM. Now this is generally useful for auditing and for compliance purposes, okay, but I wanted to give you all at least a thorough background of IAM. We're coming to a close with it, and I think it's a good thing, not to have some background on certain extra parts of the service, just so you have context, so at least if anyone asks you or you ever heard of security tools or anything with IAM, at least you have a background knowledge on it. Okay, so I think it's still important. So we can go ahead and click on IAM. Okay, and there are two security tools that I want us to look at. The first one is IAM Credential Report. So I just want to zoom out here actually. And you'll see here on the bottom left here, okay, under the access reports sort of section, you can click on Credential Report. So you can open that up. Okay, and then here you'll see that there is an option to download a credential report. So you can click here, Download Report, and you can open this here, and just go ahead and open your credential report. Now I'm not going to open this here. Okay, so go ahead and open it on your own. Okay, and this report, once you open it, you're going to see a list of all of your account users. So what I mean by this is you'll see your root account. Now this is the account you use to start up AWS, known as your main account. And then you'll see a bunch of your IAM users. So your IAM users account with your root account at the top, okay? And then you'll see a lot of information about their credentials, such as if they have multi-factor authentication enabled. And you'll see some information about their passwords when it's next set for rotation, as we saw earlier on with password policies. The passwords are set to 90-day rotation. You also see some information if the passwords have been enabled, if the access keys by the IAM users have been used, and when they were last used, and so on and so on. So this is very much an auditing sort of .csv file. All right, so that is a credential report. Okay, so I think it's important for you to just be aware of that. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about is the Access Advisor. So if we click on our users here, okay, I'm going to zoom in a bit now. Okay, so let's go to our users, and I'm just going to click on one user here. So I'm going to click on test. Okay, so just one of the users. And here on the far right, you see something called Access Advisor. So give that a click. Okay, so basically Access Advisor, once it loads here, it's going to show all of the services that this user has access to. What is he allowed to use? So we can see here, this user is allowed to use Amazon EC2. He can, of course, use IAM. And we can look at all the services that the person is allowed to use, such as AWS Code Deploy, Elastic Container Registry, and so on and so on and so on. And we can also see when this user last accessed these services. We can see here on the right tab here. Okay, so they used Code Deploy, they access it today. They use IAM today, EC2 today. And as we scroll on, it's also going to show various sort of services that we are allowed to use, but it tracks whether we have actually used them, if we've actually accessed them. So for example, Alexa for Business here, this user here hasn't accessed Alexa for Business. Okay, they also haven't accessed AWS Certificate Manager, which is used for provisioning SSL certificates. And they haven't accessed AWS Amplify, as we can see here. So this is what Access Advisor does. So it's going to show the services that that particular user can access and when those services were last accessed. Okay, so these security tools here are very helpful, like I said, for compliance and auditing purposes. So it's just important to at least have some background and context, like I said earlier, on them, so that you're aware of it from IAM. Okay, so that's it. I just wanted to go through that with you, so at least you have a rough idea over the security tools of IAM. And like I said, very helpful, especially if you're part of an organization that requires updates on compliance and auditing and, general admin work. So I think this could be very helpful, at least to know to an extent. Okay, so that's it, and I hope you enjoyed it.